Hello everyone, and thank you so much for jumping on. My name is Alicia Jade. I am a skills coach, humble host and unshakable optimist, and today we are going to be talking about the topic on networking. Networking is something that has been introduced into my life probably in the last, say, 2 years, and more so in this last year, where I've been going to a lot of different networking events, meeting lots of new people in different industries, and how that's really affected the way that I've moved forward in my business and also in my personal life as well. Now, networking may seem like a very scary topic. However, there is a lot of power within being able to connect with different people from different industries, in different companies, in different businesses, in order to look at collaboration moving forward. Networking for me, I actually found networking quite daunting. The thought of meeting new people and being able to speak to somebody that I've never met before, based on, the fact that we might be doing two completely different things, or we might be doing the exact same thing. And so networking for me was definitely something I wasn't really interested in at the start. I kind of felt quite uncomfortable speaking to random people. However, it was actually a story I wanted to share with you guys tonight. Was a networking event that I attended from Like-Minded Bitches Drinking Wine. Like-Minded Bitches Drinking Wine is a fantastic group of individual young women who are across internationally that do run their own small business. And so the Like-Minded Bitches Drinking Wine group do run events, whether they're networking events or celebrations. And one of the events that we attended, myself and Miss Rachael Khattar, so shout out to her because she's been someone that's really helped me along this journey around networking. I went to one of the events, and the event was to connect with different people, and we had a bit of a breakout session. And the breakout session was, if you want to learn more about recruitment, go over here. If you want to learn about social media, over here. If you want to learn about back office, over here, or sales. And so we broke up into different areas, and one of the groups that I went straight to was obviously social media. And what the activity was meet up with a whole lot of people, women that want to also learn about social media, and we basically shared a lot of our knowledge. And what actually happened at the time was I'd been to a Kerwin Ray event about a couple of days before, and it was on social media. And what was awesome was that when we actually started to share in our group what were some of our pain points, what were some of the things that we had tried to implement, or some of the wins that we had, I had a very strong topic that I was able to share a little bit on, and I actually learnt a lot from other people. We shared and exchanged cards and numbers and contact details, and actually from that event, I've actually been able to do a lot more collaboration with some of those girls as well. So it was really the power of just being able to say, you know what, I want to go and do this networking event, and I want to stretch outside my comfort zone and actually be able to reach out to some other people. So there is a lot of power when it comes to networking. Really making sure that you make a friend first would be the biggest tip. Make a friend first before you start to look at any sort of business opportunity or any sort of collaboration in that space. Making friends with different people really allows you to truly understand what they're passionate about, truly understand why they're doing the business that they are, and then really later down the track to start looking at, well, hey, how can we actually collaborate with each other as well? So yes, be a friend first and foremost. Win every time. So whenever we're looking at sort of any networking event, really look at some sort of a win-win situation. So whether that you're sharing something for getting something in return, and making sure that you have some sort of knowledge to be able to give. So always give, and then be able to ask at the end as well. And the other last hint or tip that I want to talk about, especially if you are at a networking event, is you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Making sure that you're absolutely listening with full heart and full soul to somebody who's sharing their story. So whether they're sharing their story about their business, how they got started, maybe what are some of they've been quite vulnerable sharing around some of their pain points or pressures that they're having within their business. So again, making sure you're listening with 2 ears and listening with heart and soul, and then being able to speak and maybe share some of the knowledges or tips that you've had. But 100% I would highly recommend that. Look, networking is, whilst it's uncomfortable uncomfortable, it's definitely a skill that is needed for you, especially if you are looking at future business. As a soft skill, networking and being able to communicate with others is very, very vital and very important, very valuable. So one of the key tips for those women that are out there, love small businesses. There's 2 different groups that you need to be a part of on Facebook. A Like-Minded Bitches Drinking Wine group, amazing group, about 80,000 members that are in that group. And thanks to Jane Liu, who she's actually the CEO of Shopo, actually created that many years ago. And so they have great networking events, whether it be in Sydney or across internationally as well. The other group that we've recently been a part of, again, Rachael and myself, is Business Chicks. And Business Chicks also have some absolutely killer events. They've got some amazing webinars as well that gives a lot of insight into different areas of different businesses. So as an example, we got to listen to a webinar where it was the leader, it was the CEO of Kentucky, and how she shared her experience having a leadership team full of millennials. And so that, again, really, really great insight. But I would never have known of Business Chicks if it wasn't for someone that I had actually met. And so I'd highly recommend that. So start jumping into some of those Facebook groups that maybe you're really passionate about a certain subject or a certain topic, and actually start to reach out to some people as well. Alternatively, going into face-to-face sessions, going old school, there's a lot that are out there, especially if you are a woman and you're in a small business. I highly recommend heading up Like-Minded Business Drinking Wine and also Business Chicks. If you're also someone that actually wants to know when those events are up, please hit me up, because I'm always sharing with different people that I know that are in small business and when those events are. But guys, that's my learning for today, is that really around networking, a highly important skill. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but making sure that you are putting the person first, make a friend first and foremost, making sure that it's a win-win situation, and then also making sure that you are really trying to network with a multitude of different people. But that's it from me. Thank you so much for jumping on. I will see you guys tomorrow in my 30 days of 30 learnings in 30 lives.